Well, that was alright. It started up first time. It only just went and did exactly the same thing that it's done before. I'm not sure if it's something to do with all of the safety cut-offs, because it seems to have something to do with the kill switch or the clutch switch or the side stand switch. On this occasion I only put it down on the side stand, so it should have been alright. Just gave it a couple of minutes, pressed the starter, away it went, no trouble at all. We are going to be carrying on just down this road. Basically what it's going to do, Pendle Hill will sort of fade away behind us, and then we'll do a left turn, so the hill will be, I think, a little bit behind us and over on our left hand side. Go through a town called Downham, and I think I'm going under a motorway and into a town called Chatburn. I'm going to be heading off towards Clitheroe. I'm not actually going to go into Clitheroe, I'm going to go around the outskirts of it. Then I'm going to pick up a road running up into the moors. There's a stopping place there with a little bit of a car park in it. Thinking of stopping there and taking a photograph of the bike looking back towards Clitheroe and out my way across from the high ground moors and away. Shall I talk about the shape of the earth? Yeah, why not? Around 350 BC, Aristotle published his tract On the Heavens. My version has been translated by a chap called Guthrie, and in it Aristotle argues that the moon is a sphere because this is the shape least adapted to movement, and if we're a flat disk we wouldn't see the shadows in a crescent shape. When he gets to the shape of the earth, he's critical of those who deny it's a sphere, specifically their argument that the horizon is flat, which couldn't happen if the earth was round. Aristotle counters that they haven't taken into account the exceptionally large diameter of the earth. Then, around 100 AD, Ptolemy again argued the earth was a sphere. He used different evidence. He discusses the rising of particular stars and points out that they rise at different times the further east the observer is, and that southern stars disappear as you move north, with new ones appearing to the north. For us, we think nobody knew the earth was round until very recently. Bear in mind that Christopher Columbus was often presented as sailing west in an effort to prove the world was round. He wasn't doing that at all. He already knew the world was round. It was common knowledge amongst the educated and had filtered down to the masses. So given all of this, why do we still have people who think the earth is flat? I googled the Flat Earth Society and found their webpage, and I read a description of what one person means by a flat earth. To me, a flat earth would be flat in the Euclidean geometry sense. Think of a sheet of printer paper laid flat on a table. But an article by a member of the Flat Earth Society defines flat in a different way. This is what he has to say. We are not making the ludicrous claim that the earth is two-dimensional. What we do say is that it can be traversed via a straight line through space. We would like to say that all such traversals are straight, or can be seen as straight. It can be said to satisfy this if it can be shown to be parallel to another straight line in space along all such traversals. Gotta admit, that's a long description for the earth is flat. I'm just going to go back to the ride. Well, I'm not going to put the bike in there. There's no way. It looks far too rough. I'm not bothering to stop in here at all. I'll just carry on riding. Now this restaurant looks quite nice actually. It's a combination of Mexican and Italian. But they do, according to their menu, a huge sort of plate for two with all kinds of sea fish on it, and cockles, prawns, all of those sort of things. Wouldn't mind giving that a go, but it's 34 quid and payday's coming, so I'll have to leave it, I think. a couple of these stopping places now. I don't like the look of them, and in any case, if I pulled into one of these, I'm not going to get the kind of view it was that I was looking for. So I am just going to keep on going, get on the motorway and head for home. I probably will be getting off the bike when I get to I'll remember it in a minute. When I get to Charnock Richard Services, I think I'll pull over. Let's get back to the shape of the Earth. I initially thought he might be referring to non-Euclidean geometries, but after a few days I concluded what he might really have meant was that the Earth is three-dimensional in the sense that there's east-west, north-south and up-down. He is not describing a globe though. That's because he opens the article with, in this article we show how ridiculous the globe truly is by demonstrating how it in actuality describes a flat Earth. The author then goes on to state all three of Newton's laws of motion and uses Einstein's elevator thought experiment. Newton's laws are pretty standard stuff, but Einstein presents his theories as simple until you delve. So I'm going to stop here while I work out how this author uses these people to prove that the Earth is flat. I'll probably have to draw some diagrams, probably gravity field diagrams, and I'm not entirely sure that my drafting skills are up to that job. So I'm going to have to go, I know what they look like, just drawing it, isn't it? That's going to take me a little bit of time, I think. So I'm not going to record any more video from here, I'm just going to get on the motorway and go home like I say.